Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. Today I'm checking out an upcoming game called the Blue Protocol Star Resonance, a new free-to-play MMORPG. I'll give an overview of the game, what it's all about, and hopefully have some good fun along the way, so that you can make up your mind if you want to get lost in the world of Blue Protocol Star Resonance yourself. Today's video is sponsored, and you'll find a link to check out the game in the video description and top comment. The closed beta is starting real soon, so make sure to check that out. Also keep in mind this video is filmed in a special early access build. We're starting off with character creation. For some of those look chases, one of the most important features a game can have. There are 3 different body types that we can pick from our character, and we can either be male or female. For this run I'm making a female, and I'm making a tall character as I'm from the Netherlands, and you know, we're all tall around here. This is a genetic trait, so in case of floods our heads are above the water. You can choose from a ton of presets, or you can go crazy yourself with different hairstyles, where you can also apply different highlights and shapes. You can even have layered coloring on the pupil, that's pretty sick. Turns out we can make her even taller, nice. Just adding some more freckles, and I think that's the look. Okay, up next, classes. There are 8 classes for you to pick from, all have different roles and different play difficulties. There is the Verdant Oracle, which specializes in healing and supportive buffs. The Heavy Guardian, who can absorb damage and is an absolute unit. This is one of the easiest to play classes, and monsters will have a hard time defeating you. The Marksman class focuses on attacking and can summon wolves. If you want to stay frosty, you can try out the Frost Mage, who focuses on attack and crowd control, but this class will be a bit more difficult to play. The Shield Knight is another tanky class that has high defense and can heal and absorb damage. The Wind Knight, on the other hand, looks pretty intense, using different skills to reset cooldowns. The class focuses on attack. Stormblade is another attacking class, dealing high damage with single target strikes. And the final class is the Soul Magician class, that's also more of a supportive class, providing healing and buffs. But wait, there is more. Each class also has different specs that change the way their core skills work. The Oracle class can also use the Lifebind spec to sacrifice damage for stronger healing in case, you know, your friends have like 2 left hands. The Heavy Guardian class has the Block spec that focuses on countering. If you don't like wolves, your Marksman can also use the Falcony spec to summon eagles. Frost Mage can also choose the Frostbeam spec for those extra icy lasers. The Shield Knight can use the Shield spec, focusing more on restoring HP and keeping up stacks. If regular classes are beneath you, you can also try the Wind Knight Skyward spec, which will make sure that you'll always be flying above the common folk. Stormblade has the Moonlight spec, which I gotta say looks pretty dope with all the rapid attacks, and Soul Magician has the Concert spec that allows for more healing based on the location of your speaker. Man, they look pretty cool. I usually like safer tanky classes, but this time I'm going for the Stormblade class with the Moonlight spec, because that class just looks insanely cool with all the side attacks. So enough blabbering about the start, welcome to the world of Blue Protocol Star Resonance. There is plenty of stuff to do around, but first I'm going to follow the story along to just gain a few levels, and as we fight we can grow our skills and talents from this talent tree. Here you can choose various talents to fit your playstyle, and the higher your adventure level, the more mobility skills you will gain as well. While exploring the world you'll find plenty of treasure, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled. You find using the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons and the R key, where you'll cycle through various attacks. Targeting is automatic, and combat is pretty fluid, I gotta say, even though my class has like some dashes, which means you gotta make sure that you're hitting the right stuff. I did notice though that in the settings there are more options to choose from, like free cast mode, auto combo and assist target lock. You can play around here to really adjust the game to your liking. You can also craft battle images of defeated monsters to unleash special attacks as well, like I can summon this big dude over here that unleashes an attack. After reaching level 20, I completed chapter 1 of the main story, and this is where things are really starting to get more interesting and a lot more content unlocks. At the Bureau, which is your main hub, you can start daily missions for rewards. You can complete various missions per day, one of which is, for example, collecting energy to power a robot while defeating monsters, completing a quiz. That one was actually pretty fun, where you have to like select which monsters are in dancing, boss fights and more, and so on and so on. Additionally, there are trail paths, where you have to defeat stronger monsters as quickly as possible, and there's various paths that you can do. Right now we did one where you have to defeat a monster, but there's also one where you have to defeat monsters while trying to keep your party members alive, and one that focuses more on supporting party members through different ways. And these are just a few things you can do. I'm not done yet, but as a reference, these are all daily missions you can participate in for rewards, and as you can tell, there are plenty of things to do, so you'll never feel bored. There also are weekly missions, and those are mostly party and guild focused content, like raids and whatnot. I also defeated a giant elite boar as part of another daily mission, and there's also more relaxing features like mining, gathering, crafting, and dancing in a square. There's a huge list of things you can do and that you can learn, and like when for example, I learned mining, and then it's not just like you're mining, there's various types of ores you can mine, and there's like mineralogy talents. So things do go a little bit deeper than they seem on the surface. I also checked out the fishing, which works well, and it's always a good indicator if the fishing mechanics are great. By the way, the fastest way to level up, from what I can tell so far, is by following the main story and completing activity merits, which will give a huge amount of EXP, and you can also track monsters for out in the wild for additional rewards and EXP. And also are some serious minigame challenges like joining a dance group, parkour, and much more. Monetization wise, there also is a store where you can purchase various goodies and outfits for your character. I just got this new outfit. There also are mount skins, but I do enjoy our small little piggy that we have right now. And of course, you can wheel on a gacha. Everything that you do also gets recorded in your handbook, where you'll work towards various rewards. In the same handbook, you can also find previews of content that you can participate in, and you'll gain rewards for checking out the info, like a small little bonus. This game does have a linear questline, but there also are plenty of side quests that you can participate in, like destroying people with your dancing moves, delivering love letters, and playing with dogs. One of the side quests that I was doing had me playing like a frigging detective, where I had to deduce who the informant was based on clues provided by NPCs and like find the correct culprit. That one was actually pretty fun. The game actually kind of surprised me. I don't want to spoil too much, but at one point, one area it was more like an actual horror game than a friendly anime-like RPG. Now, I only played the special test build a little bit, but I can already tell there is a ton of content, a ton of things that you can do, from hunting to collecting to dressing up. Blue Protocol Star Resonance is already a very complete game right from the get-go, and then I haven't even touched things like upgrading your gear or gear progression or any guild content yet. If you think this game will tickle your fancy, there is a link in the video description and top comment where you can go check it out. And like I said in the start of the video, the CPT is starting real soon, so make sure to take a look over there if you want to hop in on the fun. I hope this overview of what the game is all about will be helpful, and I hope you'll have some fun as well if you do decide to pick it up. I actually really enjoyed it. There's so many things you can do already, and it doesn't feel that forced, like with some MMOs. And that's all I had for today. Thanks for watching this sponsored video, and as always in every video I thank our top tier members. So here we go, special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian Hanøy, Caudimorda, BackSpaceOTI, Ziggy, Flidiot, Knivesu, Cloudfix, Michael Menchaca, Raythius, Betrayal1489, Sylvio, Neto, StrikerElk, Ryaiser, Aryu, MaxBurnHeart, The Passenger, ScottyFlysFast, Only, Spudsy, snafuPop, Dewey, Tran, Kaniwoo, Domi, Kirch-Nehammer, Dexzu, Dantevictory, TheWolfDrake, Lordvasile, Matthew Dev, Tails, DVNCA, and Schwandro. Thank you so much for watching.